My name's Alexander Williams. My real question is, as a black man, if you had a Y haplotype that is traced back to Europe, as a man, we know that the Y haplotype is traced from father to son, father to son. Doesn't that kind of complicate how I would identify my race and my culture if down the line one of my ancestors was indeed a white man, whether it was a slave owner or a sharecropper or even a sailor? Doesn't that really complicate what my history would look like? As a second question I'd like to ask, as an African American, we have a lot of race or culture that's tied to other groups other than black. So can we really just not look at the fact that we're mixed? We do have white. That's a part of our history as well. As much as the black men and the black women were in our family, there's also white men and white women that were in our family. So how do we look at those ancestors and look at them almost fairly? Because it's hard to look at them fairly because they were involved with slavery, which is a monstrosity. It's a big issue. But they were also products of their time. So how do we look at both groups and try to keep it as fair as possible, understanding that at the end of the day, both groups help to create us?
There was a lot to that question about the white ancestor piece. And I think as I've been doing my studies, that was hard because we were pitted against each other. But the one word, and I know this will sound sentimental, I think we have to start to see love as a political force and that we have to harness that power. So as I studied Ashbury, I took that man and I made him my screensaver because I wanted to develop a relationship with him. And I spent days just kind of gazing into his eyes. And when I first saw his picture, I could not hate him. I couldn't. Why? My grandmother looked exactly like him. So I don't want to give us a pass on any of this, but I do want to acknowledge that we are a part of each other's lives and that is a particular challenge, that it's almost like one of those day-to-day things that you've got to work through.